Warning. The following podcast was recorded by two idiots. It contains vulgar language, vulgar ideas, and poop jokes. If any of this offends you, blow it out your ass.
Son of a bitch bastard!
Let's start this again. Shall we? Jesus Christ.
You're fucking retarded.
Hey, Pickle-Licker, want to play the right intro?
One more time!
Are you ready? Oh, man, it's that time again, isn't it? Time for another episode of LetUsCast. I am Andrew. With me, as always, Bruce.
Hey, man. Hey, come in a little delayed there, but I think we're good now, I hope.
I hope so.
Sorry, man. You came in choppy, but I think we're good.
Whatever.
It is what it is, right?
You came in choppy.
Fucking internet.
You came in choppy, but at least you came. That's it.
So much it's like so much of my life, man.
Yeah.
Had a rough go of it, but you made it eventually.
Eventually you stuck the landing.
Might have had to get thrown over the fence, but you made it. Yeah.
Oh, man. So how's things been, man?
Pretty good. How about you, man?
Not too bad. And,
Yeah?
yeah, I got a good story for you here.
Same here, man. Same here. I got a pretty good one. Well, it's a short story, but I think you're going to like it.
It's short, too, but it's I thought it was kind of, like, humorous just how everything just kind of played out in it.
All right. What's up?
All right, so get this. So you know how I can fuck it, dude. I can use the names because I fucking didn't sign like an NDA or anything like that when I got the job. So you know, I was working at Stanley Steamer for the past couple of months and whatnot. It was just a job to get me out of my previous job to just make a little money and whatnot and just get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of weeks ago, I put in my 2-week notice because I eventually got a new job, which I talked to you off the air about,
Mm-hmm.
and
And on there, because we talked about where you're at now.
That's
well,
right.
a little bit.
That's right. So,
and I'm really fucking jealous still.
I mean, they have part-time position, I think.
I know, but I'm in Massachusetts, man.
It's,
I guess I could drive all the way to Rhode Island. I mean, it's not that far, but you've done far worse. I would have nothing to bitch about. But.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah. You used to have, like a 2-hour commute or something ridiculous like that?
2-hour commute when I was working radio in New Hampshire, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
fucking bless your heart, sir. Jesus Christ.
No, that's like, this kid is so fucking dumb. Like, he'll do whatever we fucking say.
You were pursuing your passion, man. In the pursuit of your passion, kind of reason goes out the window sometimes,
Well,
right?
no, it's pursuit of passion, but I was just like, all right, fuck it. I gotta pay my dues again.
Well, yeah, then there's that.
It's
It's like the wrestling business, kind of. Well, again, everything goes back to wrestling, but it's like you have to go through the indies again.
Yep. But no, it's. Here's the thing, though. If you work WWE and you go to into the indies, like, you're making a little bit of money at first.
Oh, you mean like compared to WWE, or?
No. Like, I'm saying, like, if you go from like WWE to the independents, like, you've at least got some name recognition, so you can charge a little bit of money for your appearances. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Like, case in point, like, if Daniel Bryan went to the independents and whatnot, he could charge some big fucking money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. But anyways, fuck the goddamn radio. Anyways, love it. I'm saying that during a podcast, like just a form of radio.
Well,
I mean, at least the commute's not 2 hours.
Also not. I mean, it's sort of like bringing back the old talk format, which is kind of dead, right? I mean,
yeah,
to a degree.
To
a talk show kind of thing. Like, people don't really do that anymore. It's sort of like AM radio, but not.
They do have it. It's just like usually like news format or like sports talk. Like, that's pretty much like the only talk format that's even around anymore. And if there is like morning show talk and blah 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 blah, the program director tells you to shut up, keep it short. You guys have like 3 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, that's like I forget who it was. Someone was saying about like, and I don't mean to get us off on a tangent here, but like someone was saying it might have even been someone you pointed me out to who was talking about they used to be in radio, and part of the reason they didn't like it is because like as a morning person, you don't really get to get your personality out there because they give you like so little time. All you really have the time to do is to be like, all right, that was such and such by so and so. This is such and such by so and so. And that's it. So you don't really get to get your personality out, especially at the outset if you're like a new guy getting into the business. So
Yep.
it's really hard to break in.
I mean, it's not only is it hard to break in, but I mean, even if you do break in, you're not going to make fucking money doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
And especially nowadays, people just don't listen to the fucking radio. They
No,
don't.
like the only fucking benefit that it has is that it's free and it's in everybody's car. That's it.
Right. But the internet's free and it's in everybody's phone, and I mean you can listen to just about anything you want on that. So
Exactly, and not only that, man, but like even D. Snyder kind of pointed this out, and I fully fucking agree with him on this. Is like, all right, if I'm a DJ and I'm playing music, like my playlist is not going to beat your playlist. Your playlist is not going to beat my playlist.
hmm
So there's one strike. Strike number two, man, and this is like just on my own like experience. Corporate tells you what the fuck to play. Like I remember there was a memo that came out that said, "Hey, you guys don't play any Rush before 11 a.m. because a lot of people they don't like to listen to that when they wake up, and you know it turns women off from it. Women don't like to listen to Rush." And I'm like, well,
Have you been to their concerts? It's kind of true for the most part.
for the most part, it's true, but I mean, it's like, well,
But
number
it's still-
two, like you're telling us like our main demographic is men 25 to 54 because that's who spends more money and whatnot. Like that's our main demographic. Okay, well, women don't listen to it. Well,
Yeah, and in the same breath, women
Okay.
don't. So who cares? So if that's the
Yeah, so
point,
it's
but that's
like- so I
that's
guess
not
no
our
harm.
demographic.
Yeah, so no harm, no fucking foul here, right?
Right.
Jesus Christ.
So weird, man.
Yeah, and it's like a week later, they're just like, oh, we need more women to listen to us. It's like, okay.
But I guess we stopped the rush.
Yeah, I guess we stopped the rush.
But anyway, getting back to the Stanley Steamer.
Yes.
Shit.
So I put in my 2 weeks. And like the guy I gave my 2 weeks to, cool dude. He was just like, hey man, I get it. A lot of people they like during the slow season they kind of like they get a second job and they come here they work like 1 or 2 days a week. I was just like, no, let's revisit this for a second here. I was like, no, dude, like this is like full time, like 5 days a week, like 8 hours a day, like making more money there than I will be here.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was that reason, and there was another reason, like the pay system was going to be changing. So the pay system as it was now, I would get 10% of any scheduled job, and then anything that's added on, I would get 14% as an assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I was known as known as a crew chief, I would have gotten, I think it's like 12% of the schedule, and then 20% of anything added on. So
Okay, nice little bump.
yeah, nice little bump and whatnot, but still. So they're changing the system around to the assistants. They were going to pay them hourly, like I think I don't know, a couple different numbers were floating around. It's like 13, 14 an hour, something like that. And then if you're a crew chief, you're getting hourly, and then you're getting 25% of anything added on. So essentially, like during that slow season, because they were saying this is going to change in mid-January, I think they said was when it was going to get rolled out. I would work like 1 or 2 jobs, probably be there for like maybe 2 hours. So I'd make like $30 for the day, like in a day's time. It's like $30. It's like, guys, it's not even worth it for me to get out of fucking bed.
No, it really isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Yeah, it's like, guys, come on, man. Like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing like if you, because especially if you already don't like the job, but then also like fuck with your paycheck, that's like a whole nother line. And not like fucking with your paycheck, but just like if you can't pay me. I had a similar kind of situation with a job where I left. I liked the job enough, and they promoted me and shit, and it was fine. But they just they promoted me kind of into a corner where they couldn't give me enough hours, so it got to the point where I wasn't making enough money simply because they didn't have enough shit for me to do. So I was like, listen, guys, I like the job and I like you guys and everything, but if you can't give me the hours to give me the pay that I need, then I gotta go. Like I need my money. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, it's that's the reason to get out of fucking bed in the morning. He's like, hey, I got a job. I gotta get money.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta pay for the roof over that bed, right?
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So we agreed on my last day. Like, it was supposed to be like I gave them 2 weeks. So I was like, oh yeah, so December 7th, that'll be like my last day or whatnot. Is then they're closed on Monday, and then I just start on Tuesday. He's like, all right, well, screw it. He's like, what if we just make your last day like Saturday the 5th?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, that'll give you 2 days off, and then you kind of go into work a little more refreshed. I was like, I like your thinking. You're a good guy. Like, you good man. So we agreed on it. I was like, all right, that's cool, man. So, like, everybody that I would work with, like, for the next few days, I was like, yeah, this may be the last time we're working together, because, like, last day's on Saturday. So, like, I was talking to the boss's son, like, he's like, dude, I don't fucking blame you for getting the fuck out of here. He's like, I want to get the fuck out of here. He's like, I can name like easily 6 or 7 guys that want to either leave or are leaving.
Yeah.
I'm like, that fucking tells you something, man.
Is it for the same reason about the pay, or is it because like the job just already sucks to begin with? And
well, it's little column A, column B.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I get out of work on Thursday. It was December 3rd. So I get out of work on Thursday. I'm like, all right. I didn't check the schedule because I'm like, all right, it's 2 days. I'm probably working both those days. If I show up tomorrow and it turns out I'm off, I'm like, whatever, I'll just stop and get some fucking bagels and go home.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm literally walking to my car and I just hear, hey! And I'm thinking, like, turn around and I'm like, somebody pissed off at me or something? Like, and I see there's, like, the head manager. I'm like, oh, shit. He goes, so, a guy tells me that you're leaving, like, your last day's on Saturday, right? I was like, yeah, that's right. He goes, did you look at the schedule? I said, no. I was like, I assumed, like, it's 2 more days. I'm working those 2 days. I'll work those 2 days, and then we'll be good. He goes, are you coming back in the springtime? I was like, I'm not going to lie to you, no. I figure, honesty is the best policy. And
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all right, come with me. I'm like, shit, is this guy gonna like drag me into his office and like scream at me or something like that? Because like, I'm in a position now where I'm just like, I don't care anymore. Like, dude, you want to yell at me? That's fine. Like, I'll fucking yell at you back. Cause like, what have I got left to lose at this job?
Right.
Other than like burning a fucking bridge that I don't fucking care for.
Right.
But we go into his office and whatnot, and he looks at his file cabinet. He's like, all right, so where is it? Here it is. And it's one of those resignation forms. He's like, all right, so just fill one of these out. Just put it on my desk when you're done and shut the door when you leave. I'm like, okay. So I just filled that fucking thing out, and I was just like, fuck, I thought this guy was going to yell at me. Like, I was ready to go to fucking war here.
You're like, oh, okay. Gearing up and shit, fists in the air. And he's like, here, have a pen. Why are you so tense? And I'm like, no reason.
Like, you know how many offices I've been to?
I'm triggered by beige.
This carpet disturbs me.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But no, man.
And that was it? You closed the door, you fucked off, and...
Well, no, so I closed the door and whatnot, and before he left, too, he's like, well... Saturday was supposed to be your last day. He's like, it's 2 days during the week. He's like, really? I gave you like Friday off, and then the other guy Jason told me that you're leaving. So I was like, it doesn't make much sense for you to just come in one day and then then leave.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, so
so
he's like, just don't even bother coming in on Saturday. He's like, consider today your last day. I was like, all right,
fucking A. That's awesome.
That is, man.
A question I have though is like, how did the manager not know that you were leaving? Did you said you gave your 2-week notice, right?
To the assistant manager, yes. Because at the time
the head manager didn't know.
Yeah, so the head manager didn't know because when I gave my 2 weeks, he wasn't there. Like, his office door was closed, so I don't know if he like fucked off for lunch or something like that, but yeah.
So it sounds like somebody in the chain didn't do what they were supposed to do, because it sounds like you were supposed to fill out this resignation form and clearly you didn't. Like, what would have happened if you had gone, like, You know, if that word didn't get around that, hey, Andy's saying his last day is Saturday, like, and you didn't fill out that form, then what?
I don't know.
But would someone have gotten in shit for that? Like, he's still here. We still got to pay him.
I don't think so. It was really funny because I was anticipating a phone call on Saturday morning, just going like, "Hey, we see your name's on the schedule. You coming in today?" I'm joking around